Center. So happy you are joining us for Facebook Live. I'm Kim Stanwood, Terranova. I get to see you every Saturday, so I'm grateful you're showing up. And I have the honor, the joy, the privilege, and the bliss to be with this beautiful soul, Ashu, who's had a week with us here at Rythmia. And I intentionally asked her to come join us because she has such a beautiful soul and so much to share. So relax, enjoy our time together as I welcome you, Ashu. Thank you for saying yes and coming to be here with me today.
Thank you. Thank you, Kim. It's absolutely wonderful to be with you and to share my experience, my joy. Uh, every experience, like Rythmia, every retreat gives so much that if I can give something back to the universe, I feel privileged and honored.
Thank you. You are. You gave something back to every individual here this week. It was great to watch people pop when you were talking. Like you would glow when you would be sharing. So tell me, if you were to describe your week at Rythmia, what would you say?
So I came to Rythmia with, firstly, completely chaotic universe, literally the universe energy pulling me here, saying, you have to get here. And life's taught me to listen to that energy. I trust it. And when I came here, I went around the labyrinth, putting all my worries down, walking around. And at the center, I put a stone which said to me, I am joy. I wrote that on the cover, and that's what I decided I am going to ask ayahuasca for. To remove anything and everything that is coming in the way of being joyful.
That's a big ask. A beautiful big ask, right?
You ask big, only
Yes.
then do you get it. You got to dare.
Yes.
You got to dare.
So you specifically said that anything that's blocking my joy, to release it. So what all was released this week?
So, okay, it started with a whole amount of bitterness coming out. I was angry with, and you realize it's all at you. I mean, ultimately, it comes back to you. You may think it's the world, you may think it's somebody else, but it's ultimately you're just angry with yourself for not understanding and embracing the energy of fear. So, first, I released bitterness. And then, next day, I released. I'm quite aware of my need to be in control and perfection. It serves me very well, but it is also of disservice to me. And I actually threw out stupidity.
You threw out stupidity and control?
Yeah.
Wow.
See, stupidity, when you're throwing out stupidity, what are you saying effectively? You're saying, I was stupid to think I was ever in control and I could ever be perfect. Consider myself. Because perfection is what is.
Right.
You and I are perfect in this moment. This moment is perfect. There is no definition to perfection. So hanging on to an external need for perfection is stupidity. So
I love that. I've never looked at it that way. And it's like, let me release stupidity. It's perfect.
Yeah. So I released stupidity.
I'm taking that on. There goes my control and perfection. If I had any in there, it's going to let go because it's ridiculous for us to think we've got it. Well said. Well said.
And the minute I released that, the next thing that came was kindness. Then came the compassion, the unconditional love, because I had let go of that ignorance that I was sitting on, or rather the energy of ignorance. I wouldn't say, see, intellectually you may get it, emotionally you get it, but at the base level, at the energy level, the energy gets so knotted. It's like stuck in your body. And what Rythmia helped me do is really release it at that stubborn level. So I have done a lot of other natural healing treatments like pranic healing, Ayurveda, which have helped me release a lot of stubborn energy. I think this one was like, the plumber gets into
plunge all the way
plunge
through.
all the way through.
Yeah.
It doesn't even give you a moment to think, and it just attacks you.
Okay, that was good. It doesn't give you a moment to think because it's going beyond the thinking mind.
It's
Ceremony and the journey at Rythmia goes beyond the thinking mind. Yes.
You have to go beyond that need for control
Yes.
to go to that stubborn place.
Yes.
You have to the only way to let go of that stubbornness is to be out of control.
This is wisdom here. I don't want us to miss a piece of this because if we can all, for me, one of my favorite words I've expressed this week is surrender.
Yeah.
And to surrender to the willingness to be out of control, to get to that place that's at the core of us, whether it's stubbornness, whether it's anger and hurt, but you describe it so well that we must be out of control to reach it, to let go.
Yeah. To get back in control.
Yes.
See, that's the irony of it.
Yeah.
You're back in control. You're the master.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to lose control to get there.
Well said. You've been on a roller coaster ride all week long,
All the
haven't
way.
you?
And then comes, so here's where I thought, yay, I got it.
Yeah.
No, no.
You think I'm good.
No. So then I asked, okay, now that I'm here, what do I need to do next?
Mm.
And it told me, in Sanskrit, we have a term called sthita prajna, which is being rooted, centered, and the witness to life, living as an observer. Because expansion happens when you just observe, just be. And okay, so I say, okay, now I got it. I'm good again. But you see, call it the mischief of the universe. Every time you think you got it, it says, no, kid, there's
more.
There's more.
There's always more.
There's always more.
The mischief of the universe. Beautiful.
So on the Thursday night, oh my God, when I released, and I'm like, you release from the top, you release from the bottom, and you release from your nasals, you're releasing from everywhere. You're wondering any cavity left for it to come out from.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked, what was that?
Mm.
And it said, the noise in your head and the shit in your head.
Wow.
It literally, and you're like, oh my goodness.
You asked great questions. I want us to be all aware of the questions that Ashu is asking. Isn't why am I in this? It's what is that am I releasing? What must I let go of to be free? To be free. Your questions are beautiful because all the different forms of medicine can get in there to assist in the answering, and you're listening to the answers that are coming. So thank you for asking great questions.
Thank you. I realized long ago the why is never going to serve me.
It's never. Why is never going to serve us.
Beyond a point, no, I'm going to get stuck again.
Yes.
I'll get stuck in the why me.
Mm-hmm.
So once so what I had done actually was at the start of the ceremony, I'd gone to the fire to say I want to release my thoughts and my story. So you see, when that got out, effectively, what I did was release my thoughts and create space to choose what to put and allow. So every time, now obviously you need to get masterful to even living this.
Yes.
So every time the story came back or some element of it came back, I had to teach myself to breathe. Now, so much happened, and you are like, you have this vision of light, and you have the vision of who I've become.
Mm-hmm.
And when I have the vision of I am space. So I am space, and that's, you say, okay, now what? You're going through processing all of this. There's euphoria, there's exhilaration, but there is also, you don't even realize, suddenly there is fear, there's overwhelm because so much has occurred.
Mm-hmm.
And you are trying to, you can't make sense of it in that one moment. And I came crashing down. because I was so overwhelmed and I was so scared. Can I do it? Can I live it? Can I do it alone? There were these.
Mhm.
And that's when in your class I came and said, I am scared. And in that moment, I realized that A, I have the ability to create a new vision, a new intention. B, I cannot, as Mitra and you said, don't hold on to it, just observe and let it unfold. And once again, you know it, but in times you forget it.
Yes.
And you forget that you're once again allowing that habit of fear to come in the way. You're because you suddenly want this new vision so much. It looks so much better than the old one.
It's so beautifully clear what you're saying, that when we catch that new vision, the expanded vision of our lives, because you've cleaned house, you let go of so much. So here you see the vision, fear came into like, can I live all of this?
Yeah.
Right? And it is true that when we hold on too tight to something, then we're not trusting that we have what we need to live that vision. You have what you need to live the vision. But I must say something, because it was so beautiful, if I may, when you were in class, your willingness to speak. I can't speak right now because I'm feeling so much, was such an act of self-care, that when you did choose to speak, fear had shifted a little and you did speak, and as you were processing it, it left. There's just such an opportunity here, and you were such a beautiful, willing participant of your own growth and evolution in the presence of others. And I just bow to you for that, because you took care of yourself and your willingness to grow was bigger than the fear, was my observation.
So there are two things I'll say here. I read a very beautiful quote once.
Mm-hmm.
My presence comes alive in the presence of others.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it's others who
Mm-hmm.
make it shine. And the second thing is my sharing is my way of clearing myself. And I've had people walk up to me and tell me they were inspired by my sharing, and honestly, I don't even realize it at that time. I am just sharing because I'm feeling called to share. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. I've had the honor of witnessing in class for years that someone as yourself could share profound depths. And I've watched someone across the room who hasn't said a peep have a life changing moment because of your sharing, which I observed here with you. And that's again another one of the treasures of Rhythmia. We have the safety that your light touches others in this divine space. So
Yeah.
you're illuminated. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you very much.
Tell me, what else did you love and appreciate about Rhythmia? What are the other aspects that you just felt were good flow for you?
So, the program, the way it's designed, from the yoga, literally from the breath work to the yoga, you get prepared with the breath work because it's a tool that every time you're getting anxious, you will freak out.
Mm-hmm.
You will get rattled.
Mm-hmm.
The breath is your tool to get back.
Mm-hmm.
The yoga helps you prepare your body and your energy centers for releasing the energy in that specific, like literally, it's a very systematic chakra by chakra
Mm-hmm.
yoga, and you are going systematically by the days. And having that's why I never missed a single yoga class or breath work. Even the speakers, there is again the theme remains the same, where it is all about self empowerment. See, it's all about empowering you to help you fly your blossom
Yes.
and bloom.
Yes.
So the program is really designed with care and synchronicity. The center per se, lush green. It is, and the rain adds to it.
Doesn't it?
The universe completely is generous on that.
Mm-hmm.
So when it is such a natural habitat, it again is very healing. The massages, the whole that all of that, the staff, invisible but yet very, and doing everything to make it comfortable for you.
Thank you.
And The food is very clean,
Mhm.
healthy. I think
Mhm.
that's the right really word for it. And I enjoyed shopping yesterday.
I love that. I don't always hear that. We have an amazing store.
Don't forget to celebrate yourself, because
Yes.
everybody was like, wow. I said I had to celebrate me.
Yes.
And yeah.
Hush. I pray you come back and see us again. What a journey. From India here is quite a journey. So
It is.
I thank you. I thank you. Is there anything that you would say to someone who's undecided? Like, is rhythmia for me? Is there anything you'd say to someone about that?
When there's a calling, you listen to it. I would just say that. Take a leap of faith and listen to the calling, because there's something in it for you that you don't understand, which the universe knows better always.
I want you to take all of this graceful, beautiful wisdom from this soul that I adore and let it sink. Watch this again. Your sharing is brilliant here in class, everywhere. Please know that all of us here at Rythmia have loved having you here. I get to hear the chatter from you like, oh, you get to interview Ashu today. This is perfect. So thank you.
Thank
We're
you.
blessed.
And I would love to say that really what closed for me today in the sharing um, was that resentment towards fear was mine, my anger towards being fearful,
Mm-hmm.
and embracing fear as a part of love really makes me whole and a part of the universe. Really helps me embrace all of consciousness as is.
Embracing fear as it moves to love. That's what I'm hearing you say. Yeah. And may we all
To
embrace
trust it
that.
as much that it's serving you.
Thank you. Thank you for your words of inspiration.
Yeah.
All right, I'm accepting right here and now and setting the intention that I will see you again. Here, there, wherever we're to be in
Wherever.
the
So,
world.
God willing,
Yes.
why not?
Exactly. Why not? Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
blessing us today by your presence with us. Have a beautiful Saturday. It's a little rainy here at Rythmia, and we're loving every bit of it. And the monkeys are still howling, and all is well.
I haven't heard them. That's
Oh,
the
come on. I even heard them this morning. The monkeys are talking. I think that we get to still make sure you have monkey conversation today. It's all still
If that's
possible.
the only piece that's left, sure, go
Okay,
for
we'll
it.
go for that. Thank you. Have a beautiful Saturday. I'm Kim signing off, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.
Thank you very much. Pleasure being here with all.